welcome back to Tea Time with Kai, episode 7. I'm your host, Kai's the best VT, Demon Vampire Queen. And special guest today is Luna.
Hi!
And as you know, guys, we're just gonna roll into the questions. We don't got time for yippity yapping. So, first question is, who are you? Tell people who you are.
Hello, my name is Alune. Currently I'm a PNG tuber because I'm working on my model. But I am an art streamer, mostly art streamer. Sometimes I stream games as well, time to time.
Yes, I love that. I've seen some of her. I've seen some of Luna's art. Oh my god, it's so. Especially League of Legends. Oh my god, the League of Legends, the whole Valorant thing, like on the, I think it was the Pride thing they have on their website right now. The fact that you got onto it, bro, that's just inspiring. Honestly, that was so cool. I was like, I'm so proud. I'm so proud. It's like I was like fangirling about it. I was like, oh my god, I hope, because one of my dreams is just, I want to be an animator or like game designer for Riot. So like just seeing someone get recognized by Riot, I was like, oh, I know them! I know them! I'm gonna interview them! I know them! I was so excited. I was like, oh my
god. Well, I was like also kind of like at 3 a.m. or whatever time it was, I was like jumping up and down and screaming for like half an hour straight.
I would be too if that was me, bro. Oh my god. Like, oh my god, now Tens can see me on the web, see my art on the website. I'm kidding, guys. My Pookies can see, my Pookie Signals and some Pookies on the paper race can see my freaking drawings. Anyway, guys, I would be fangirling. I'd be like, did Tens see it? Did Zek can see it? Did Tens can see it? Oh my god, they saw it. Oh my god. Anyway, well yeah. Okay, and the next question is, how long have you been streaming for?
I've been actually streaming since I was 13, 14.
Wow. Okay.
For like a really long time. I'm 21 now.
Jeez. Okay, so I'm 15, and I started when I was in grade, so I was like 13, 14. So yeah, I started in like the end of 8th grade, and so kind of like it was I think it was middle of 8th grade. So yeah, 13, 14. So, ooh. If I'm still streaming at 21, I'd be like, Luna, I did it! You would be like, I don't know, 20, so you're 21, I gotta do math. I don't know, I don't have time for math. We don't have time for math right now. Anyway, okay, and then my next question is, what kind of games and activities do you want to do on stream? I think you answered this a bit, but I don't know.
Well, mostly I do drawing. Like, because I love art, I love sharing my art, I love, taking ideas from like the chat. If they want me to draw something specific, maybe like an Among Us, I would draw an Among Us. But also for gaming, I usually play League, but time to time I have also like played other games like The Forest or Phasmophobia.
Oh, I was so impressed because you like draw this PNG like 2 to 3 days. I was like, this is crazy. Yeah. It's so good. Like, I was like, I want this. I want my model in this art style. I was like, if you need something to draw, just like I will send you references. I was like, I love this art style. I was like, I fell in love. Like, it's like, it was this one. It was her art style. I was like, I need this. I need this. I was like, oh my god. I was like, I'm in love. I was like, jeez. No, I was talking to off stream before like when we were setting up earlier. I was telling Luna, I was telling her how I just said like her art style reminds me, like, it's like kind of like gothic, but it like adds like this like teeny bit of cuteness in it. It's like, so it's like, I feel like that's my style because I'm not full goth. Like I don't like, I'm not full goth, but like I have like some like, it's like you see this like kind of goth like also but cute character, but then you hear my high pitched voice. It's like, it's kind of that, I don't know how to describe it, but yeah. I said like the what's it called? What's the Hello Kitty one? What's it called?
Kuromi.
Yeah, as like that's kind of what I'm referencing. It's like still like cute Hello Kitty, but in the sense it's like has like a dark purple and like black, you know. So I'm like I really like that style. I'm like I love it. It's kind of like how Reina's still's cute, you know, and how like Fade and Reina are still cute, but they're like very like powerful and like still like they have like this like not like kind of like dark like energy towards them, but they're just like cute at the same time. It's really like cool. And
I love Fade.
yeah, I love Fade. Fade, she's sick. She's like I think Viper and Fade are like remind me of MILFs. Like they're like I think they're the moms of the group. I'm not gonna lie. They're the moms of the group.
When Fade came out or like got teased, I got so happy because I'm also Turkish, and I was like,
oh my god,
Turkish representation. That's so cool.
That's how I felt when I made Reina. Like when I was making Reina, I have a Reina gun skin actually. I have like lots of stuff Reina. Like since I switched to ISO, it's like I have my Reina theme still, but I'm playing ISO. But yeah, it's just because she's Mexican, I'm Mexican, and it's like because I feel like and like she has this like cute gothic vibe still, and that's like my model. My model's the same way, and I'm the same way. So I was like, oh my god, I literally relate to her so much. I'm like, she's so pretty, and it's like, oh my god, it's like I don't know, but no, I think ISO's my main right now. I've been doing really good with ISO. I've been improving and stuff. It's like I'm more laid back. I'm not gonna lie, but he's still like he's still a duelist in a sense. But and then my next question is name 3 things you like about being a VTuber or a PNG tuber.
Oh, one thing I definitely like is you just have these like strangers come onto your like stream and start talking with you, like having a conversation with you. I love that so much because, you know, I love making connections with people. And I think that's just absolutely amazing. The other 2 things, I would say one of them would be that I can share my interest literally with like the world, and if they're also interested, they can, you know, back to the first point, they can like start chatting with me because I love talking with people. The third one, that's a hard one because there's so many things I like. I would say the fact that that is a hard one. I'm thinking, but there's like nothing.
It could even be like you're just like drawing art on stream and stuff. Like that could be one.
I like that. Yeah. Cause I heard before that when people watch me draw, they like get sleepy or like calm or something like that. And I don't know, I liked hearing that because I was like, yay, someone like, you know, has thought that me drawing was actually like soothing and like calming. That's so cool.
Yeah, I love that. Okay, on to the next question. Yippee! Okay, what is like through your VTuber journey, like what struggles and like challenges have you gone through so far, like that you've faced?
Ooh, I've had many struggles, honestly. Of course, you're gonna meet people who are less nice to you. That does happen. I do struggle a bit with that. It's rare, but when it does happen, it kind of, you know, it doesn't really feel good. But then you remember that there are people that do love you, and you know, they're not worth your time, really. Other things that I struggle with is sometimes when I started streaming for hours, no one would join, and that got a bit demotivating to me at one point. But it's really just patience. You know, like streaming, if you want to try and get big, it's like having a bit of patience. And it's completely fine to feel demotivated because when you struggle the most, you also learn the most, you know?
Mhm.
You also learn to grow in that and learn to just be like, hey, I'm just gonna do my own thing. And if people want to join and have fun and watch me, that's a plus.
I love that. Reminds me of that one Spider-Man quote, I'm gonna do my own thing. Everyone's always telling me how my story is supposed to go. Nah, I'm gonna do my own thing.
I love Spider-Verse.
I know, bro. I'm waiting for the next movie. Oh my god, part 2, come on, bro.
Same.
Hurry. And I know, I'm waiting. I'm patiently waiting still because I'm like, okay, if they really rush it, it's not gonna be as good. But if they take their time and it turns out nice, I'm like, ooh, that'd be a good movie. It will be worth the wait. Okay, so we gonna chill.
True.
We gonna keep quoting and listening to music, but like, still, come on now.
I'm still in my Spider-Verse phase.
Yes,
It
oh
has
my
been
god.
a year.
Annihilate. I'm wide awake. Be very afraid. I got my own. Wait, I messed up. You know what? It's whatever. Anyway. Okay, and then the next question. Name one event that affected your journey in a positive way.
Oh, I would say meeting my girlfriend.
Love that. I actually love that. Would you meet her on stream or like IRL?
I met her IRL, but seeing her join and like her comment just
that's cute.
makes me smile and
Stop if you're
my
single.
heart.
I feel single.
I'm so sorry.
It's okay. I don't need a girlfriend or boyfriend. God, I'm too young. It's okay. It's okay. I'll wait for my person. I'm being patient. Okay. I'm keep going. Keep. You got that. I'm listening.
But seeing her comment or even watch my stream, it just makes me smile and makes my heart, you know.
Oh, bro, that's so
butterflies and
that's so wholesome.
I don't know how to explain it.
Oh, I get you. Oh, that's cute.
But every time I just see her in chat, even like saying funny stuff, I just immediately get like very happy and motivated, and you know.
Oh, speaking of girlfriend, happy Pride Month. Okay, wait.
Thank you.
Wait, I forgot something. Happy Pride Month.
Happy Pride Month.
Happy Pride Month, everybody. Okay, next question. How do you feel about your journey, like right now? Like, do you think are you thinking positive about it? Like, are you neutral? Like, what's your thoughts?
Right now in my journey, I'm kind of like struggling. I'm struggling to find the balance of currently, well, not currently. I struggled a bit with balance between school and like art and then streaming. And then eventually I was like, okay, I'm gonna stop streaming for a bit. And then I'm gonna just focus on these exams till I'm done. So I can just stream later on. But I'm gonna start streaming again very soon.
See, I also like struggle with like sports and school because I do sports, school, and then I have obviously streaming. So I low-key didn't stop streaming, but I made sure that I always got my schoolwork done and like sports and stuff. like it came before
Yeah.
streaming, but also since like if I didn't stream, I wouldn't like feel like I've told my chat this multiple times. My streaming is like it makes me happy. It's like my most happy thing out of my day. So for me to not do it,
Oh.
it's just like it's really sad for me. Like it's my therapy in a
Mhm.
sense. So like if I don't get my therapy session in, like it's just like school might not go well, like so like sports might not go well. So I make sure I
Mhm.
at least do it. Like I make sure that I have time for it at least like
Yeah.
a couple times a week, because especially during school, I'm supposed to get harder. I have an AP class I'm starting
Mhm.
in a couple like in 2 months or so, like in a month or so. So yeah, I'm just
Yeah.
like I'm really hoping nothing affects my streaming. I'm really hoping. I'm like I need to get my schoolwork
Mhm.
done. I got this. Get my schoolwork done. Get sports like I'm like okay, I gotta do this. I gotta do this. So the one thing I want to see that's going to be a problem is football games, because I have some
Mhm.
games 3 times in a row on like weekends. So I might just have to make like a schedule for streaming, which might be sad, but okay, if I
Mhm.
get one stream a week, it should be fine. But yeah.
I honestly like admire that you can find that balance, because my head is like messy all the time. So I gotta be like, oh, but I need to do this. And in the other moment, I'm like, oh no, wait, I need to finish that. And I can't really find a balance.
About one of my streamer friends, as well, our friends, her name is
Mhm.
Cat Crow. She told me how she admires how I think of things like, so I basically yesterday I was telling her how I think of football and Valorant at the same time, because my coach always tells me to read before you like run, or like you start like going to pull someone's flag. And in Valorant, it's kind of the same way. You have to like listen for like sounds and all that before you actually just peek random spots. So
Mhm.
that's what I told her. I use that a lot. Just for I like put most of like so like for sports and for like gaming or like streaming. I put those thoughts together just so it's easier for me to focus on things. Like I don't have to focus like have like a different like folder in my head for football, a different folder in my head for like say Valorant or streaming. Like just put them the
Mhm.
folders together and put ideas that that coordinate together, so I don't have to think as like have like as much thoughts like separated from each other. So like since football and like Valorant are kind of close right now, and I can kind of think of strategies that work for both, it's just it's
Mhm.
easier for me to have a balance, because I'm always like I'm thinking about 2 things at once in a sense with like one thought.
Yeah.
So yeah, I've really been using that. So and like
Mhm.
especially just for anything, I like use this one quote. It's you either learn or you win. You never lose. You always losing is more. It's not you don't lose when you lose. You don't lose. You learn. So and I
Mhm.
just took away the whole thing lose. It's learn. I learn from
Yeah.
mistakes. I learn from the games. I learn from Valorant games. I never lose. I either win or learn. So and
Mhm.
learning helps you win. So yeah, so I use that for Valorant. If I lose a game, I learn. I learn what I did wrong, what I can improve on, stuff like that. For football, I do the same thing. School, I do the same thing. For streaming, I do the same
Mhm.
thing. If I mess up, I say a word and I say I am rude to someone in Valorant because my mental is not great. Like I'm mad at something I did in Valorant, and I put my rudeness towards a person. I'm like always like, chat, I'm so sorry. I realized my mistake, and I improve from it. Like I never say oh I'm just like I used to tell myself, I'm like, chat thinks I'm a bad person. That's why people don't watch me anymore. That's why my viewer count drops, because they see me being rude and Valorant. But I just say I'm so sorry, chat. I don't mean to say any. I don't mean to say stuff. I say, like I just realize my mistakes and try to learn from
Mhm.
them and not think like there's always these voices in my head, like saying like, oh, you're losing these friends, like you're it's going downhill. Streaming's never gonna like you're not gonna get better at streaming. You're bad at Valorant. There's just these little voices in my head, especially as like a like still like as a minor. It's just like really hard. Like I'll talk about this when we get to the last question, like how I did with Sky. But
Mhm.
let me move on so I can get close to that question. This is part 2 of this question. What are some like goals for the future, like you have?
Um, Well, my biggest goal right now is to help people, like, and inspire them, make them happy with my art, so they can, also have that kind of, hobby, or like maybe they also want to like start making art, right? Like,
Mhm.
especially like now with like the whole AI thing. Um, I want to help and learn people, or like help, or like teach them. Sorry, I'm bad with my wordings. I
Okay.
want to teach them that it's better to draw and put your, whatever you feel on paper or on like a canvas than just generating it, because art is there for a reason. It's there to express yourself. And I want to help people to be also able to do that.
I love that. Yeah, I feel like it's a really big goal. And
Thank you.
I get really mad with. I feel like I get really mad when like there's a bunch of just like art bots following me, because I know most of them just use AI and stuff. I'm just like, bro, or scamming and stuff like that. It's just like,
Yeah.
brother. So it's just nice finding actual artists at this point, especially because
Hmm.
like moving on to the next question, like uh how how do you feel about like are most of our community being like rated 18 plus, like more in a sense, not like loot tubers, like that's why they're rating like rated 18 plus, because they're doing like 18 plus content, more in a sense that like the VTubers that rate their streams 18 plus really just so they don't have to deal with minors coming in chat and being like annoying and stuff, like more just because they don't want to like mod their chat as much, and it's or like
Hmm.
they're like it's just they think they had to put that because they're making like 16 plus jokes or something like that. Like that's what I'm talking about.
Um, I'm not entirely sure what to think of it, because um, I don't think I have been in like that side of the, or like I haven't personally seen it. Um, no, I haven't personally seen it. I don't know what kind of opinion to form, honestly.
Yeah, that's totally fine. I feel like it's uh because I know your channel's not rated 18 plus, is it? I don't think it is, right?
No.
Yeah, so it's more hard for people that aren't rated 18 plus in a sense. Uh
Hmm.
to actually like have an opinion on it. But I can give you a second option. Do you think like our community like being like rated 18 plus? Do you think like it like most of the streamers being rated 18 plus? Do you think it scares off like younger like it scares off like minors, like mature minors from like being VTubers?
Um, it would. De- oh, that's a difficult question. It would depend on what kind of 18 plus, because of course, some sort of, a certain 18 plus streamers is, or like 18 plus streamers in general, is not really appropriate for minors at
Yeah.
all.
And
Um,
like kind of like how more like the VTuber like the really popular VTubers also have like 18 mature like content, like or they'll have like Patreons like for ASMR and stuff like that. Like do you think that like when minors see most of like the communities, like most of the VTuber community like being like YouTubers or like being rated 18 plus when they're really just like making 16 plus jokes, you think it like makes them think that they can't be VTubers because you have to like they think you have to be like a certain age or do certain content to be one.
um, like, personally, I grew up with the internet. Um, it's obviously like it can be dangerous, and it's really dangerous for people who are underage. Um, in my opinion, it would maybe be better to kind of wait till you put yourself out there, like streaming and stuff. That might be a bit hypocritical for me, since I've I grew up with it and was even streaming when I was 13. But of course, you're gonna meet awful people and awful things would happen. And maybe there is not someone who you can talk to,
Mm-hmm.
I feel like it's better to maybe wait till you're at a more appropriate age to put yourself out there.
I could agree with that. I could agree with that.
Mhm.
But like say they're like say they're like 16 or like 16, 17, and they're like they know like say about like internet safety and all that stuff. Do you think it'd be fine for them to start streaming or no?
I would say it depends, like what kind of stream, obviously, right? If it's just normal gaming, art, or that's cool. That's cool, in my opinion.
Oh, I have a really good question. So you said you started like when you're like 13, 14. Like, did you ever feel
Mhm.
like you were like not welcome in certain spaces because of your age, or did that ever like happen at any time?
Uh, I honestly
Or like you
don't
didn't feel welcome?
ever. I don't really recall anything like that happening. No, I feel like I was pretty like welcome to like you know if I wanted to join like a certain community, I felt like I was kind of welcome. Like.
Okay, so I'm gonna show you what I'm gonna basically break down what me and Sky are talking about. Cause
Mhm.
they're also a minor, and a VTuber. I'm just gonna break it down like kind of like art like a kind of like a VTuber, like a minor VTuber, kind of point of view, I guess, in a sense, or like my thoughts on it. So, what
Mhm.
we totally took out just like the YouTubers in this conversation, so they're out of the conversation. We're most talking about like the people that like put like don't either put like rules, like say like I've had this one issue. I'm not calling anyone out. I'm not. I did like have this one it's a couple months ago. I was in community for a while, this one VTuber community for a while, or like this one streamers community, and they did not have like it's not their fault at all. I think it just like miscommunication, all that stuff. They didn't have like any
Mhm.
rules saying like this is for a mature audience, stuff like that. Like they didn't have like rules on that or in their Discord or like their like say their Twitch or their like Twitter. So I had no idea of like knowing if they were if they're 18 plus rated or not. So by the time I like was in connected, like let's say like half a year I've been in that community, and I got to know some of the mods and all that, and I finally said, oh yeah, I'm a minor, and they're like, oh, they're like, so this is a 18 plus rated stream. I'm like, oh, okay. But I've totally apologized for breaking rules that, well,
Mhm.
obviously everyone's telling me it's not my fault. It's no one's fault actually. It's just I feel like there's miscommunication. Uh,
Yeah.
that I think it's a sense. I'm not saying that this is what I thought the person was thinking, but most uh VTubers when they start out are 18 plus, so it's more. So you don't really see like minors being VTubers in a sense more often. So it was I could see how they thought I would have been 18 plus in a sense, but I wasn't. But they obviously said I'm welcome back when I turn 18 plus, But
Mhm.
sometimes I miss that community just because that reason. Sometimes I wish like I would have known sooner, and those rules would have been in place sooner. But I'm just happy the rules have been in place for people that run into that issue, and they have an opportunity to not get attached to the community, and they can come back when they are of age. So
Mhm.
that's the positive thing that came out of it. Um, but obviously, I wish that would have never happened, and I would have not gone to the situation. But also I would have not have met that streamer, and I wouldn't be able to know I can go back when I when I'm of age. So in a sense, like it's not like I was like totally blocked out of the community. I'm welcome back when I'm of age. So, but I just use that example as kind of like a starting point when I talk about this, because I feel like now I'm not traumatized, but I'm more careful about where I go now, especially like if say like a streamer, a VTuber doesn't have it in their title, their rules, their tags, their Twitter, their Discord, like I just don't interact in a sense, because it's like I'm really careful. I'm like, well, if there's nothing like saying that like what if their rating is, it's just I'm not gonna like try to like communicate or something, just so I don't really want to get in trouble if I'm like misunderstanding rules and stuff. So that's also a thing that I do. So but every time I like browse through VTubers things, I always check the rules and make sure I'm not somewhere I shouldn't be, in a sense, which I've like worked on a long time, and I have lots of things saying I'm a minor, like on my Twitter, my Twitch, just saying like that, hey, I'm not of age. So if I end up like if I absolutely have no idea, and I have no idea that where I like say I'm in a stream and I have no idea, like I check the rules and everything, and there's still like it's still 18 plus, I would rather mods confront me, and like I wish there's more mods that just checked your profile in a sense to look at if they can see signs of you not being of age, because I'd rather be confronted about not being allowed in the community because of my age than just having no clue and then finding out later and getting it like having connection in the community, be like, oh, I miss them now, you know, in a sense. Like I rather find out sooner than later, you know. But yeah, that's my point of view, and I really have just a bunch of things, like I don't make it my whole personality, but I'm really open about it just because things have happened because of it. So but yeah, I also make sure people respect their own boundaries on that. Like say someone follows me that says no DNI minors, I'm like, hey, I've seen this in your profile. I'm like I make sure that I make them put their foot down on their boundaries, because if I don't want you, like I think when you follow someone you have to look at their profile, right, and like the description on their profile, which I have mine are there like in all caps. So if you don't even see that, like if like you're supposed to read that, right? So if you're DNI or you have like that 18 with like that circle and the like the X on it, like I'm gonna be like, hey, I'll make sure to confront people on that. I'm just like, hey, I am a minor, like I don't want them making an exception just for me. Like it's not fair to other people, you know. So, but yeah, I always make sure, and most of the time it's just mostly just art bots, and which they're most likely not gonna like care because they're art bots, but but yeah, so that's my sometimes like I used to after that happened, like the big event in that community, I started to think, oh shoot, I have to unfollow, like I have to like I just made sure I wasn't following anyone that said that was 18 plus rated. Like I finally like realized what that rule was. I'm like, oh, I'm like, so I just bettered myself right there. I was like, I'm not waiting to like know the rule. I'm gonna do it now just to get it over with. Because I always say I don't judge you for your past mistakes unless you're not like, I don't judge you unless like say you made a past mistake and you've changed so much from it, like you're a better person in a sense, like you changed, like you're a changed person and you're like, I don't see that issue anymore. But I'm not gonna judge you, but I probably won't respect you as much if you haven't changed, in a sense. Like if you made that past mistake and you still haven't changed, I'm just, it's what it is, you know. It's like I'm not gonna judge you because I never judge anyone. That's really rude, guys. But I probably won't have as much respect for you or hang out with you in a sense. So that's why I'm just like, I don't judge people for past mistakes, because I don't want people judging me for my past mistakes. Cause I've changed a lot. I'm more respectful, check rules, all that stuff. So I just followed a bunch of 18 plus streamers because I'm like, oh shoot, I realized, especially because I was still a baby VTuber in a sense. I didn't know all about all the rules. I was still new. Like, as I said, I don't want people judging me for that, just because I can say, guys, I had no clue what that probably the understanding of that rule. Like, I wish I had more of an understanding for that rule, so it wasn't as like I didn't follow all the streamers for a while, like as long.
Mhm.
So like in a sense, like I wish I was confronted earlier than later, but or I did like I unfollowed people sooner than later, but I unfollowed all of them. I probably will like go back all of my communities when I'm of age, so let's say 3 years or so. But yeah, it's just it. Oh, there's like this little voice. I told this guy this is like a little voice is just saying, "Oh, you're gonna Kyler, why are you doing all this? You're losing all these communities. You're losing VTubers to watch. You're doing this, blah blah blah." I'm like, stop, leave me alone. I'm doing the right thing. There's like these little voices saying, Kyler, how are you gonna get more VTuber friends? Like, how are we gonna reach out to people? How are we gonna find new people? All that stuff. It's just a bunch of like overwhelming. 'Cause I'm an overthinker, so when those voices are just in my head, it's like I'm overthinking constantly. Like, I think I cried that whole night. I'm not gonna lie. And when that thing happened, I just cried out. I cried the whole night. I was like, so what do I do now? It's like the two things I can really think about that I cried was my first hate raid. I cried like the first I got a hate raid. I think it was maybe last year.
A hate raid?
Yeah, it's really nasty people. It started from Valorant and then this got worse. There's a bunch of people on my Discord server that like messing with me, so I had to just my older VTuber friends that I knew helped me out a lot because they already knew like how to handle and stuff. So I appreciate them. But yeah, it's in the past. But yeah, I cried that whole night, and then another time I can think of is when that whole Kenji thing happened. I just realizing how like that I can't, like, it's hard to trust people now. Like, it's hard. I thought our VTuber community was all like nice and stuff, and until that whole thing happened, I was like, oh, I just like these are the cause I looked up to some of those VTubers. I'm not gonna lie, guys. I looked up to some of them, and just to see what they did and their actions, and I was just like, wow, okay. I was like, it's kind of like when a celebrity you looked up to gets in trouble or like makes a huge mistake. It's like you can't really look back on it, and you're just crying because you're like, why would they do that? I thought they were a nice person, blah 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 blah. But yeah, I was disappointed. Honestly, I was disappointed that people I looked up to could do such a bad thing. I was like, wow. But yeah, so I'm not gonna lie, I'm inspired by some VTubers, but I don't really look up to anyone, like any VTubers. I'm inspired by them in a sense. That's the word I use now, because I never know where people are gonna do or what their actions are, and I really don't want to be I don't really want to like be like, oh yeah, I idolized them for a while. It's a bummer. Like, I was like, I'm done with this. So yeah, that was the second time I cried, and then the third time was the whole like age thing that happened or whatever that I talked about. Yeah, so that was, and yeah, I mostly I wasn't really like, I still think it's my fault. It really wasn't anyone's fault. It was miscommunication. And I've apologized so many times. It's crazy. I just you know how you have to like people say you have to forgive yourself before others can forgive you. In a sense, people forgive me. Like they didn't even, like, in a sense, like they didn't have to even forgive me because it wasn't my fault or it wasn't anyone's fault. It was just a misunderstanding that was solved. But in a sense, I was like, I still can't forgive myself. I'm just like, why? I think of myself as mature, but like the past actions were not mature. But I think they also helped me be more mature in a sense. But yeah, that was my point of view. So sometimes I'm just like, every time I see someone like that just doesn't have rules about it, I just kind of get pissed off, or I just get like I'm just like, there's like, as a minor, and this guy said the same thing. like being a VTuber, it's hard because you can't know as many people or interact with so many people because of your age, and so it's kind of like, in a sense, like you're on this journey, you're on this path, and there's this huge wall every once in a while saying that you can't pass because of a certain like thing you can't control. It's kind of like, that's why I say also to other people, I don't care, like I never will judge you for your race, your ethnicity, your age, your sexuality, your past actions. Like I will probably never even judge you. I'll just won't respect you as much if like you haven't changed as a person, like from past mistakes, like in a sense, like morals in a sense. But but yeah, that's kind of one of my rules, and it's also, it was kind of like, it's also a really good BTS quote thing, I think, too. It was a BTS, I think, originally got the idea from RM from BTS. He said something like on a speech. I forgot exactly what it was, but yeah, that was all the questions. I'm gonna end the podcast here. We can still chat though after this if you want. I appreciate you coming on my podcast. I really do. Really
thank you for having me.
Yes, thank you for coming. Thank you for coming. Thank you all for watching. I really appreciate y'all so much. Stay tuned for episode 8, I'm guessing. Episode 8. No idea when it's gonna be, but stay tuned. I thank y'all for watching. See you next time. Bye!